Alright, so who I wanted to talk about was, funnily enough, a guy called Liquid Shadoz. Basically, it's 2017 in the middle of the year, and I was walking around London at about midnight, 1 a.m., something like that. Didn't really know anyone in London, and London is the kind of city that really gets you down after a while. It's like, yeah, everyone is moving, doing their own thing, and also I lived above Soho, so it was like, there was just no one around. Anyway, so I'm walking around. I went to a bar and had a drink, and this is something I don't usually do. And I had this drink, and then on my way back home, I'm like, if I turn this corner, and there were some benches out the front of my apartment building, I basically said, if I turn around this corner and there's someone there, I'm gonna talk to them. And I turned the corner, and funnily enough, there was just a lady sitting on the park bench, and I'm like, oh fuck, well I need to go talk to them now. So I was talking to her, fairly civil, there was no ulterior agenda, and then a guy in a mask and a fedora walks past and says hello, and I say hello back, and then he goes off, but then comes back, then starts talking to us more, takes off his bandana. He loved to wear bandanas, and basically, I think we smoked a joint. But what happened after that? He told me that he was homeless, and that he was living in the park across from my apartment. And the only thing he cared about was music. And I was like, alright, cool. Right. Lots of people like music. Anyway, so we go and we smoke another joint in his little cubby house. There was some construction work. And he shows me what he was doing. And basically, he would go into the Yamaha store in Soho just to play the piano. And he would basically just play the white keys because the black keys made him fuck up. And I get that. Like, you can actually can improvise a lot with just the white keys, because you can really just go wherever you want, and it's great. But I realized that he'd encompassed this certain thing about music that I'd completely lost, and so it was extremely endearing. And I was in a very good financial position at that time, so I'm like, hey, alright, pack up the things that you need, and like, come stay at mine, and like, we'll just see how it goes. I definitely made some bad decisions that night. Like, that's not what someone normally does, but that's not the point. So then we become friends. He's staying in my spare room. And then I asked him, alright, what do you need to get on to your feet? How can I help you? He was like, I need a back tattoo, need some DJ decks, need to get my MacBook Pro out of hock. I need like this, that, and this, and that. I'm like, fuck. So this whole wanting everything under the sun kind of never goes away, no matter what financial situation you're in. So that was an eye-opening thing. It eventually turned out that he was pretty fucking psychotic. Like, not in a bad way, but in the way that you don't know whether he was going to snap and you may have died in your sleep, which is a bit disconcerting, but so Professor and I decided to move him out to a hostel where he lasted 2 days. But what happened and why I have to thank him so much for that is that he was the one that reconnected me with music. He's that one catalyst that basically I went, oh, you want all of this stuff so you can make your music, that's cool. What the fuck am I doing? And so I really thought about it. And from that moment, I basically took small steps that eventually led me to re-enrolling in music school. Not that that's something that everyone needs to do, but you know, building my studio and starting to remember what life as a musician was. I don't know. It's a story I keep, like, running over in my head. I don't feel good about the fact that I had to leave him behind in my life, but I'm always grateful for the fact that through him I was able to reconnect with music, because I really didn't have anything else, and I still don't. I don't know. That's my story today. All the things, all the things that people say after this, those things.